Hello and welcome. My name is Matthias Schwenteck. I am very excited to introduce you to the map of the somatic nervous system and the difference between the direct and indirect route of pleasure. This dynamic has changed my life and is the foundation of somatic consent and all structures for personal and spiritual development. If you're ready for a transformative download, please stay tuned. When you touch something that feels nice, the sensory route is sending pleasurable signals into your brain and is lighting up your pleasure center. This is the direct route of pleasure for feeling things, the inflow. When you choose at the same time to move your hand or body to feel even more and deeper, you engage at the same time the motor division of the somatic nervous system that controls impulses to move and go in action. When you overlap these two dynamics, moving towards feeling pleasure, that can create real magic and somatic embodiment. By practicing these two dynamics simultaneously, it will create the neurological structure for personal and spiritual growth through pure somatic embodiment. But what happens when you touch somebody and this direct route is blocked for some reasons, like feeling of shame or guilt, fear, or you have no practice, you don't know it even exists, or you don't know how to, or you think it's selfish or just wrong. When we never have learned this direct experience, and the only way we know is the response from the person we are touching, and if the only thing we have is that all our action, so the motor, is to get the response we need, we are very limited in the capacity of our own pleasure and being in our own skin and body. Have you ever been touched that way, when somebody wants to get this response from you? I really know how that feels on both sides of this spectrum and how to pretend and to perform to make the other person in action feel happy because they can't feel themselves, or getting a response I needed to have to feel good about myself. I can imagine that you can relate to this and that you know that this is the end of magic and the mystery of the moment. Well, there's nothing wrong about this, it's just very limiting. We call this the indirect route of pleasure. This dynamic has as well a function that most learned to use to survive or to belong. In a healthy way, this dynamic is a second route and necessity for co-regulation and a feedback loop. It is an extra and a bonus when we are connected to ourselves in the direct route. In the Somatic Consent Engagement System, this direct route is the number one, our default, the foundation of intimate connection, self-care, autonomy and agency when we look at the base of the system. And the magic of presence can come back at any time we choose to connect with our sensory pleasure and our action when we're touching others with consent. I hope you feel inspired and enjoyed watching this video. On a little side note, 1 minute of practice is worth 1 hour of the best videos, because nothing can substitute feeling your own skin. You find more information, videos, courses and sessions at www.somaticconsent.com. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and feel welcome to leave a comment in the section below.